What do you do when you can't stop thinking about the very thing you don't want to happen? You know the thought isn't helping. You know you're giving it attention. You know you're feeding it energy. Yet no matter how hard you try, it keeps showing up. In fact, the harder you try not to think about it, the more you think about it. And if you study quantum manifestation or the law of attraction, this can create another layer of fear. Because now you're thinking, if I keep thinking about this, am I going to create it? I'm making this video because I'm dealing with this myself right now. There's something I absolutely do not want to happen. And I noticed something interesting. The more I tried to stop thinking about it, the more I thought about it. Maybe you've been there too. Most people think the answer is to fight the thought, push it away, ignore it, suppress it, pretend it isn't there. But have you ever noticed that doesn't work? In fact, it often makes things worse. If I tell you not to think about a pink elephant, what happens? You immediately think about a pink elephant. The mind doesn't respond well to resistance. The more attention you give a thought, even while trying to get rid of it, the stronger it becomes. So maybe the goal isn't to defeat the thought. Maybe the goal is something entirely different. Here's what I've come to realize. The thought isn't the problem. The state that follows the thought is the problem. A thought comes and goes. Everyone has negative thoughts. Everyone has fears. Everyone has worries. You're human. But not everyone chooses to move in the emotional state those thoughts are offering. That's where mastery of state becomes important. Because the real question isn't, how do I stop thinking this? The real question is, what state am I living in because of this thought? Fear? Worry? Doubt? Panic? Because that's what you need to become aware of. Instead of fighting the thought, try observing it. Notice it. Acknowledge it. Then ask yourself, what would I rather be focusing on? Or even better, who would be if this wasn't bothering me? That question changes everything. Because now you're no longer fighting. You're redirecting. You're moving your attention toward the version of yourself you want to become. Not because the thought disappeared, but because you refuse to let the thought decide your state. When I catch myself spiraling into a thought I don't want, I try to pause. I take a breath, and I ask myself, if everything worked out, how would I be showing up right now? Would I still be worried? Would I still be replaying this scenario? Would I still be giving this thought all of my attention? Usually the answer is no. And that helps me return to the state I actually want to live in. Not perfectly, not every time, but more often than before, and that's progress. One of the biggest misconceptions in manifestation is believing you have to control every thought. You don't. Thoughts will come. Thoughts will go. Some will be positive. Some will be negative. Some will make absolutely no sense at all. The goal isn't perfect thinking. The goal is conscious choosing. Choosing the state you return to over and over again. So if there's something on your mind right now, something you don't want to happen, and you can't seem to stop thinking about it, don't beat yourself up. Don't panic. And don't assume that one thought is creating your future. Instead, become aware of the state you're living in. Because your future isn't created by every thought that passes through your mind. It's created by the state you repeatedly return to. And that's why the goal isn't to master every thought. The goal is to master your state. And before I close this video, I want to share something personal. The situation that inspired me to make this video, the thing I was worried about, the thing I couldn't stop thinking about, guess what? It didn't happen. All of that time, all of that energy, all of those thoughts, and the outcome I feared never happened. That was another lesson for me. So many of the things we worry about never actually come to pass. Yet we suffer through them over and over again in our minds. That's why learning to manage your state is so important. Not because it guarantees you'll never have a negative thought, but because it prevents that thought from controlling your life. And looking back now, I'm glad I didn't allow that fear to define me. Because the thing I feared never happened. And chances are, many of the things you're worrying about right now won't happen either. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please take a second to like it. It really helps the channel reach more people who are interested in manifestation, personal growth, and identity transformation. And if you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to Mastery of State. Every week, I share practical tools, insights, and real-world applications that can help you create the life you desire. And if you'd like to go deeper, check out my Master Your State ebook. The link is in the description below. As always, thank you for watching and listening. And remember, your future isn't created by what you want. It's created by the state you return to every day.